welcome to this week's installment of the High School Roundtable. Tonight we'll, again, live from the Rusty Keg. We're with the boys teams from Washington Courthouse. Currently, later we'll have the boys from Miami Trace. Joining us right now, we have seniors Roman Shajewski and Jacob Lindsay. Thanks, fellas, for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, you guys 9-13 overall for the season. Of course, that could easily be 13-9 or 14-8 easily. You guys had some close games, some games that, you was in basically all your games this year. Just a few bounces here and there. Jacob, we'll start with you. Just a brief summary of how you thought the season overall went for you guys.
Record-wise, it doesn't look that great, but overall, I think as a team, we've had a lot of success, and in my eyes, few failures as a team. And I feel like so far it's been a great season. We still got tournament to play, and I feel like we'll do pretty well.
How did, before, when the season started, you haven't played a game yet, you just got your thing and you haven't played. What went through your mind before the season? What were you expecting compared to now?
I expected the season to be close. I expected us to be way above 500, but I knew if we kept battling, we might get it. And I know a lot of people expected us to lose a lot of games, seeing our schedule. But I was all right with what the people around the town thought. I was just focused on winning.
Roman, same question.
Like you mentioned, we had a lot of close games this year. A lot of games we went in the fourth quarter or just in the whole entire game. And just the fact that I feel like a lot of people didn't even think we could be in that situation just makes me feel like the season went pretty successful, just for us at least. And obviously, you see, with only 2 seniors, we had a lot of juniors, we got a lot of underclassmen too that are going to be able to bring it up for next year and for years to come from there. And hopefully this year is just a step in the right direction for a lot more winning to come. Even though record-wise, we didn't win a bunch of games. We were 3-7 FAC, 9-13 overall. But hopefully we'll be able to pick it up a lot more for next year and the years after that.
Did you have any personal things that you expected to happen or wanted to happen? How did you come about those? Did you meet them or?
Honestly, just with the group of guys that we had, I feel like we could have really competed for the FAC championship, even though it didn't go that way. A lot of our games, like against Chillicothe, 5-point games, 4-point games against Trace, 5-point games to Jackson, we had a 1-point game. I feel like we even could have won the league, but it didn't happen, and now it's just we got to move on from that.
You two personally, did you expect to have a 20-point game yourself? 15-point game, 10-point game. How did you feel you met your thought before the season started?
I had some personal conceptions that I could do that, and especially at the start of the season. I think I was averaging around 15 in the first 8 games, so I had a lot of that. But what's more important than that was that we started to lose a little bit, and it was like, all right, we got to find a way to switch it around. And we haven't been able to get it around on the way yet, but I think what's on everybody's mind, especially right now, is winning. I'll let him speak to it.
I set my expectations pretty high for the season. I feel like I've met most of my goals for the season, but it's not over, so I feel like there's still time to achieve a couple more of those.
Let's touch a little bit on what you spoke with the 2 seniors. During the off season, everyone always wants to predict and have what they think, who should win the league, what team should be at the top, who's going to be at the bottom. And basically, what we heard outside before the season started is, you guys lost a lot of seniors, a lot of experience to where you had, like I said, your team's 3/4 full of juniors, right? So a lot of those guys were playing JV last year. There was Noah and a couple of the other guys got some minutes on the varsity squad last year. And the thoughts was, as the same was with the Trace guys, they had 1 starter back. And Trace Courthouse predicted 4th or 5th, in the league. And speak on how you guys overcame, from not lack as in quantity, not quality, but lack of seniors on the program to where the younger kids had to come up and play major roles for you guys because you just didn't have a big senior class.
I think especially me and Jacob went through a lot last year, especially, we were both just sitting on the bench for varsity, both juniors. Noah was really the only one on our team who played any minutes at all last year. And so when we were going to the summer, we knew, there's no time for, we'll get it eventually, we got the games, we got to go right now. And so I feel like pretty quickly we each got into, roles. We got guys like Justin. Justin's got to be able to shoot the ball, against varsity guys, now. Jacob's got to be able to play against any bigs, anything. I've got to be able to do a lot of things. Bryson and Javen were both guards on JV last year. They've got to be able to play full court defense on some of the best guys in the league, like Tate or Caden Cox or any guards that are playing against them. They've got to. There's no time to maybe in a couple of games we got to go now. And so I feel like we did a great job of just, especially at the start of the season. One thing I was really proud of was when we played Hillsborough. I think Bryson held Tate to maybe 4 or 5 points just on him, besides free throws. And it's just a true testament to just the effort and the just will to want to win. And so I think that a lot of it is just we got to go.
Jacob?
I feel like not having a lot of seniors doesn't mean the program is going to be less successful than the year it was before. And really, we only have a few less seniors than we did last year. So it's surprising how many people think seniors play a big role into success. But we definitely had some guys step up from last year, did their thing, and really found their roles pretty fast in order for us to win some games.
Okay. Thursday night, first tournament game, first round against Waverly. You guys go down there. What do we know about Waverly, if anything?
They're all athletic. A lot of them can shoot. They've got some big guys, and they've got a freshman who I think he might be averaging 16 or 17.
He runs their point.
Yeah, and he's not afraid of nothing. I think they played against South Webster with a 6'8" kid, and our coach was saying he was even shooting over him. So it doesn't matter who's in his way, he's going to go. And so we've got to be ready to attack right away, go at all of them, play through contact, and just know it's going to be a physical game. And most of our games are just dog fights for 4 quarters, and just being at the whole entire game and don't let making shots or anything affect us, and just keep going the whole time.
From what we've seen so far in tournament, it's very physical.
Yeah.
You're right.
All right, well, we appreciate your time, guys. We'll have a couple commercials here, and we'll get the juniors over here and speak with them.
Send 2 more guys over here.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Valentine's Day is today, Friday, February the 14th. And Back in Time has everything you need to make your Valentine happy. Fresh flowers, gourmet chocolates, and wine. The best part is Back in Time will deliver. Stop in at our new location at 3149 Bloomingburg, New Holland Road Northeast, Washington Courthouse, or order online at Back in Time. That's Back in Time, BACKENTHYME.com. Or call us at 740-335-0003. Back in Time, your certified Valentine specialist.
Roller Haven is located at 1640 U.S. Highway 22 Northwest, Washington Courthouse, Ohio. The perfect place for a day out with the family, birthday parties, and even an organization, event, or fundraiser. Check out our website, rollerhavenwch.com. Or give us a call at 740-335-6481, and we can help plan your event. We look forward to seeing you there.
Welcome back to Campus Nation, High School Roundtable with the boys this week. Joining us now from the Washington Courthouse Blue Line boys basketball team, we have Bryson Heath and Noah Haythcock. Guys, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, we're we're glad to be here and talk to you guys.
We just talked to your 2 seniors on the team. We spoke about with them a little bit about coming into the season. You know, people saying that not a lot of experience coming in with basically, Noah, you're about the only sophomore, correct me if I'm wrong, that got more minutes on the varsity level than some of the other sophomores in your class. And you guys are loaded with juniors, right? So you guys are ready, primed to come back next year when this season's over and ready to hit the ground rolling. So tell me a little bit about what you guys felt coming into this year, hearing all the chatter in the background that they lost everybody, that type of stuff. I know that talk happens. How'd you guys feel about that?
It kind of just made me want to work harder, honestly. Like, we've seen, like, the different outlets and just the people that say, like, where we're going to be at. We didn't have the season we wanted to, but we still came out and we proved, like, what we could do individually and as a team. But I just say that, like, what people said motivated us to just work harder, especially in games that, like, we may have lost last year that we shouldn't have, and we just wanted to come back and show that we can beat those teams that our team last year also.
Yes. I mean, we knew we were going to have a lot of doubters, a lot of people saying all of our talent's gone and we don't have a lot of experience. We knew that. We knew we had to work hard, and that's what we kind of wanted to do. And we still didn't have the season we wanted to, but I mean, we had a lot of bright moments, a lot of bad moments, but I think going to this tournament, we know we got a few things to work on, and I think we'll be all right.
You guys have going down to Waverly for the first round Thursday night. Going to have, basically, they got some 6'5" kid, a 6'4" kid. They like to shoot from the outside. I don't know who's going to get the assignment on their point guard, but he's a quality athlete. I've seen him play 2 or 3 times this year. He steps on the floor, he thinks he's in range. So whoever's guarding him's got to be ready from the pocket. So what do you guys know about? I got a little summary from those two. But what do you guys know about Waverly?
We know who they have that can shoot the ball. We know who wants to get to the post and who wants to post up, and we're just going to work at our strengths and try to go at their weaknesses. And what we know they can't do and they can do, we'll just play off of that, and we'll stay on the shooters. We know that 10, 11, and 5 like to shoot it, so we'll try our best not to let them get the shots that they want to and make them uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, based back on what he said, we know they have 3 good, solid shooters, and we know their low point guard who likes to pull up from deep, so we know we got a lot of work to do on him, and we know they like to post up, and we got guys down there to stop that, and we're just going to have to execute on offense. I think we'll be fine.
Let's talk about individually here now. Noah, coming into the season, everyone sets expectations not only for the team, but as a basketball player, for yourself. How do you feel that you met against your own personal expectations that you had this year?
I feel that some games I've played and performed the way that I think I should, and then some I haven't. I wouldn't say I met expectations for myself. I mean, you always want to put yourself on the highest standards you could possibly have to be as good as you can. And at some points in the season, I've done what I needed to do and what I wanted to do, and then at some I haven't. So I'm just pushing myself to always try to be as good as I can and just benefit my team as much as possible and help my team win.
Bryson?
Yeah, I mean, same thing. I'd say a few games I've performed better than I thought I could, and then there's other times where I performed worse, and just have a couple of those games. And I'd say, overall, I knew that coming in, I knew I wasn't going to really be a scorer for the team, so I knew I'd have to stay down, play solid defense, and I feel like I've done that pretty well. But there's still a lot of things I can definitely get better at.
How do you guys feel like where you guys were at over the summer, going to camps and getting ready for the season, workouts in the summer, to when season started, full practices, in that late October, to where you guys are now? Where do you see? Where's the growth at? Do you guys see that the team has come from summer to now?
I'd say now, like in February, from the summer, we've grown together and played more as a team than we did back then. Because like during the summer, you still have some players that like you don't know if they're gonna play or not, and by the time the season comes, they might not even be at your school. So I'd say we came together more as a team and just playing for each other rather than ourselves. And yeah, I basically just say that we're playing together more than we like in the summer. In the summer, you kind of want to get yours and do what you want to do to try to show like what you can do for the season and the work that you've been putting in. And I'd say now it's not really about ourselves. We're just trying to win the game. And if you play good and you have the stats, then that's just a plus on the win.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say the same thing. Like over the summer, like you said, you want to get yours and really prove to the coach that you should be getting playing time. And now we're more together as like a unit. And I think that was the growth we've had.
All right, Joe.
Okay, question we can ask you that we couldn't ask them. Now this season's over. We haven't got done with the tournament yet. We got another season coming up for you guys. What are you looking for next year? Personally and team-wise.
Personally, I'll start with that. I'd probably say like I want to like get an accolade for like the FAC and the district. That's just for me. But like team-wise, I want to beat the teams that we lost to this year and come out and win the FAC. And you want to get a top seed in the district for the tournament. But I'd just say like play better in the regular season because that's all we can control right now because the tournament's not here.
For me, I'd say personally, I want to get my game a little better. I mean, I want to provide more because I know next year I'm going to have to step up because we're losing a good scorer, so I know I'm going to have to score more and just play solid everywhere. So I'd say, personally, that's where I want to grow. But for a team, we're going to be a smaller team next year. We're losing 2 bigs that we have, so I know we're going to have to grind more. So I'd say, like, I don't know. I'll try to beat the teams that we lost to and just, like, have a better season overall.
All right, that was Bryson Heath and Noah Haycock, 2 of the juniors on this year's Washington Courthouse Blue Line boys basketball team. We'll be right back with 2 more. Thanks, guys.
Hold the microphone close to your mouth and focus on the background.
All right, joining us now from the Blue Lines basketball team, we have Cooper Robertson and Jetson Everhart. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you being here.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
Let's just jump right into it. Talk about how you guys feel about the way the regular season went. I know you guys 9-13 on the season. Like I told some of the other boys, could have easily been 16 and something. You know what I mean? Just a lot of close games. Could have went either way. What's your guys' assessment on that?
Yeah, I think we had a lot of missed opportunities. We played a bunch of close games. We didn't really get killed or blown out in many games at all, I don't think.
Logan Elm comes to mind immediately, but that was just a bad night, I feel like. We could have won a lot more games, but that's behind us now. We're in the tournament, and we think we can make some noise. I always go back, and John told our guys this. In baseball last year, we didn't have a great regular season, and we won a district championship, and that's all people remember. So we're hoping to do that in basketball, and I think we can.
It's not always how you've done the whole season. It's how you're doing now.
Yeah.
And if you're playing good now and your team's playing good, then you can do things in the tournament. Go ahead.
Kind of adding on to Coop here, talking about how the season went and how we kind of had missed opportunities. All of our games we've lost. I think 8 or 9 of those we had the lead in all of them. And, it's just our team had to pick up some time. And I think, we're losing track of our team energy. And I think we just need to leave these losses behind. It's now the tournament and get along, move on from these losses. We have this tournament ahead of us. We have a lot ahead of us, and we need to work on some things, and we're going to work on it hard.
Speaking of moving ahead onto this next season, which is the tournament season, right? What do you guys see? Like, I think a month ago, 2 months ago, before Christmas. Where do you, from that point to where you guys are now, how would you assess the difference?
I think we just have a lot more experience. This is a young group, obviously. We have seniors, but they didn't have a lot of varsity experience going to this season. And we have a lot of juniors this year that played JV last year, with the exception of Noah. So I just think we need that experience under our belts, that some close varsity basketball games. Both the Trace games gave us good experience to what a varsity basketball game felt like. I feel like we went to Lynchburg Clay last week and played an overtime game, and that gave us experience. So I just think those kind of games we've been in before previously, but we've been in them now and we're ready for some basketball.
So I think 4 of our 5 guys in the starting lineup have played JV coming out. And, during the summer, we had that new lineup. It was kind of different because we had a bunch of older guys that left, and they were big and super strong and they were effective. And now we have all these little guards, and we're finding new ways to fit in. And coming to this new season, we didn't expect new ways and positions. We had to fill in these big spots, and the town was not thinking of this team to go very, very far ways. But, I think we put up a fight this season, and we've filled in a lot of things that the town did not expect, and we put up a lot of fights.
Speaking of dressing to some differences from a JV game to a varsity game, especially for you, Jetson, playing a lot of the JV minutes last year, a lot of JV coaches, they don't watch film. They just show up and they coach, and it's easier for a shooter like yourself to get what he wants, right?
Yeah.
And then coming into this year where people are scheming, face guarding you. Explain a little bit your mentality as you go through, especially if you start the game and you say, "Oh, they're not face guarding me," so then they switch it up and say, "Well, he's hit 3 already. We gotta lock him down a little bit." So, what's it go through with something like that?
Well, JV year, defense is not as intense as varsity is. There's not a lot of help, so I just kind of have to lead. And all I did was really shoot the ball, and nobody really knew that I could in JV. As you said, I couldn't watch the film on top of it. But now, it's a lot more intense, and there's a lot more physical fights that I have to go through. And, I have to work outside of practice on being face guarded a lot, and I think I've gotten used to it. But it's a lot different than JV. You have shorter guys, but now since they're putting like 6'3" guys on top of me, I don't know how to shoot over taller people. And I've worked on it, and I think it's still falling into place. But I'm still working on it continuously.
Cooper, for you, coming off the bench, never knowing basically who's going to be in foul trouble what night. So you could be going in playing the 5. You could sometimes come in. Now you're playing the 3. So just mentally, as a coach, I've always told my guys and girls that to be ready, because you never know who you might be going in for and what your assignment's going to be. So just go through that a little bit. Like, I know against Trace last week, you have to go in and guard Adam. The game before that, you was guarding guard, when you come in off the bench. So what's that?
I just kind of going into this year, I knew it was going to be that way, where I have to stay ready. I don't know. I might play a lot one game. I might not play a lot the one game. So I just know each night I got to be ready. I got to know the scout and watch the huddle clips that Coach B provides us. He works so hard providing individual scout clips for each player. So I just watch those and know I got to be ready to guard. I might get switched on to somebody who I might, like I played Trace last week. I had to make sure I was ready for Adam, but I was also ready for Kate Whitaker. So I was just make sure I'm ready for as many people as possible, and I'm ready when Coach B calls upon me.
So Thursday night, Waverly, we'll be down covering the game. That way, if anybody can't make it down, the Courthouse faithful will be able to tune in to our channel on YouTube and watch the game. What do you guys know about Waverly? What are you thinking?
So Waverly, they kind of have a decent-sized lineup. It's kind of very, very similar to ours. They have a similar play style, and they have really tough guards, and they have a really tall guy, such as we have a tall guy like me. And it's going to be a tough fight. They've been in the same situations we have. They fight all 4 quarters. We fight all 4 quarters. It's going to be a dog fight coming into it. But all we know is if we put all of our effort in those 4 quarters, we'll take home the win.
I'm sure it'll be a rowdy atmosphere. Me and Justin have sat on the bench for the tournament our freshman and sophomore years. So we sat on the freshman year, right?
Oh yeah.
So I just think we gotta be ready for that and just know that it means calls might not go our way, and we just gotta continue playing hard and be ready for that and just survive and advance to the next round.
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys coming in and joining us on the roundtable this week. Best of luck to you on Thursday.
Good luck.
Thank you guys so much for being here and covering our stuff.
Thank you guys.
Good luck, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, Rick Phillips here. Warm weather's just around the corner. Get with BT Directional Drilling LLC for any underground or excavation needs. We can install water lines, sewer lines, electrical lines, or any other utilities. Call or text Colton Hughes at 740-572-7757. That's BT Directional Drilling.
Trey's going to have to leave sweatshirt on. I can't talk today.
I love you, baby. Hooday, hooday. Oh yeah, you got to hold the mics this week because the noise in here picks up quicker on the microphone, which I won't be able to hear you talk because I'm on hearing aids and that's all I hear is all this noise here.
He's an old man.
All right, welcome back. Now we have the players from Miami Trace joining us here on the round table at the Rusty Cake. Currently with us, we have Trey Robinette and Sky Salyers. Welcome,
Why do you have
guys.
to look like you know him?
Yeah, welcome, guys. Thanks for having us. All right, before we dive into this season, 21-0, I just want to point out that when I played, we were 1-21. So, same numbers, almost. Not quite as good, but almost. I want to point that out. That's 1-21's not bad, is it?
My senior year, we won our league.
They didn't
I
even
went to
keep
East
score
Clinton and
back
we're the
then.
first team in East Clinton to ever win their leagues.
2 days. Too short. Okay, let's like I said, before we get into the season and the tournament, let's talk about the journey that you two have been on in your basketball careers here. Knowing that I was in the junior high gym every day because we either practiced before you guys or after you guys, and to where your guys' junior high team was, you know, to where you guys are now is, I mean, it's night and day, right?
Yeah. So, well, in elementary and middle school, we barely won any games at all. And I was pretty emotional after all of those games, and it meant a lot to me. So I really we've come a long way. That's all I can say.
Yeah. I didn't start playing in elementary until 5th grade. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. So when I came in, I didn't know what to expect. And I knew Trey was the best one, you could tell. But we never won any games, and in my opinion, that was just the usual. So just go in, try to have fun. What happens, happens. Right. We never won any, really. But now.
When did you guys, in your growing up experience, start realizing, one, hey, I'm pretty good at this, or two, the team is getting pretty good at what you're doing?
Probably when we got to play with like kids in the other grades, they really helped us out. Like I was the biggest kid on our team in like middle school and elementary, and I was also the point guard. So we just needed a lot of height, and Adam definitely brings that. So once we got to play with those older and the younger guys, they really helped us out.
What he says. Because now only me and Trey, Bryson, and Avery, the only 4 left, you can see they didn't have a whole lot of help at that. Now, I love all those guys on their own, but you don't win many games if you don't have a lot of help.
Yeah,
So high school is definitely.
So coming in to this season, the last couple of seasons, you guys basically did a lot of coming off the bench. I can see in your faces in some games as a coach, you know how to read faces. You wish you was out there on the floor more, and think you can contribute more, which is great as a coach. You want to see the passion in your players wanting to be out there. If you have kids on the bench that don't get in as much as what they should, and it looks like, oh well, then where can you build on that? To this year now, you guys are focal point, hardly ever come off the floor unless you get in foul trouble or this, that, or the other. Just go over a little bit of the transition from being the guy who comes in and spells somebody because he had so many seniors last year to give them a break, to the guy that now somebody's coming in to give you a chance to get a drink of water, to get right back in. How's that transition been for you guys?
It was a little rough at first because last year I played a little bit back and forth, but I think Ackley really helped just throwing me and Trey in there all the time, really giving us breaks, and now up to this point we're used to playing a lot of the game. Some games we don't even get a break, some games we do, which is nice, but Ackley's really been the one to get us through.
Yeah, he's shown a lot of trust in us this year, and he's told us over and over again how good we really are, and he makes us realize that. And he's shown a lot of confidence in us, and I think that's really helped us.
Going into this year, as of course being on Ben's coaching staff for 10 years prior, probably about game 4, you guys had played more zone than he has ever called in a huddle or a timeout of any kind in 15 years of his coaching, and probably in 4 games. So is it just because you guys are so long and take up a lot of space, and basically there's 4 or 5 guys you can have on that floor and you're all about the same? So is that one of the key reasons?
Yeah, it was definitely a main factor, but Adam was just coming off an injury, so I don't think he wanted us him running around too much.
Right.
Just sit back in his head. I think that really helped him get back to speed and what was going on.
I know as a coaching standpoint, sometimes if you got a couple of key guys getting in foul trouble, you go into a zone, guys don't seem to get in foul trouble quickly in a zone as you do man-to-man. Like you said, running around, getting set in a screen and stuff.
Yeah.
So sometimes a coach will see, okay, I've got Adam with 2 quick fouls, or maybe you with 2 quick fouls. Let's go into a zone, and it seems to protect the players a little bit so we don't get into more quick foul trouble real quick.
Yeah.
Did you see that happening this year because of that, or is it just...
Yeah, definitely. Even in zone, because we're so long, we deflect passes and stuff, and I think that helps us create more turnovers. Because when we're in man, sometimes we'll reach or something like that, and we'll get in foul trouble. But in zone, you can just create just as many turnovers.
Do you feel you rest better in a zone than you do man-to-man? Have a little more energy throughout the game?
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about what's going to happen here on Friday. Of course, we know that Sheridan and Chile go tomorrow at Chile. You guys have played Chile twice already this year. So we pretty much know what they are. They can shoot the 3, and if old Stone gets hot, he can hit them from anywhere, right? What do we know, if anything, about Sheridan?
Not a lot. Not a lot, no. But down there, normally they're a pretty good sports program.
Yeah.
So
So I'm sure you guys probably make a trip to Chillicothe tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we're all, after practice, we're all going as a team. So
Not saying who we want to win or whatever, but it would be nice to have a Sheridan team drive that 2-hour bus ride for once instead of all of our teams going to Sheridan and play them. So that'd be real nice. So find out tomorrow who we got, and then they'll come in to Miami Trace on Friday. A home playoff game, tournament game. How do you guys feel about that?
It feels really good. I mean, last year we had a home playoff game and we played Hillsborough for the third time, and that was the third time we beat them. But it's always hard to beat a team 3 times.
Absolutely.
And especially Chillicothe, they're a very good team. Their record might not be the greatest, but they've played a lot of really, really good teams this year.
Yeah, both teams are like 11-11, so identical records. So, you just never know. We have to wait tomorrow night and see what they look like, and this, that, and the other. And let me ask you this one question, Trey. 2 weeks ago, you go up, a kid, I believe, was it Jackson or one of the other teams? Anyway, forget which team it was. The opposing player thought he had a rebound till you come flying through and slam that thing over top of him. When you come through that, did you have any inkling that you was going to push that thing home?
I've had, in practice, I'll be messing around and I'll try to get a putback, but the ball just never bounced the right way, and I was just fortunate that time it did. So, and then, even during games during the season, I've tried to do it and just grab the rim and miss the ball. But it felt really good. That's my first in-game dunk, so it felt really good. I couldn't believe it when it happened.
And then you had one or two.
I've had two. Not as good as that one. They're a dunk.
Was those your first two?
Yeah, those were my first two in high school.
So, anything you guys want to? Going into the season, did you guys set some personal goals just for not as a team, because we know what the team goals are, for yourselves? What did you set any? Did you come close or exceed those, or what?
I just really wanted to have a good season. Senior year, have a good team, good season. You guys never lost Grant in the offseason.
Yeah.
That was kind of a hit because he was one of my good friends.
Well, you bring that up, and throughout, I even talked about this with the courthouse guys, because they were in the same boat too. They lost some key guys from last year, and everyone was saying they don't have anybody coming back. But no. And clearly their whole roster is full of juniors. They have kids, they just were behind kids. Yeah. And it was you guys the same spot. You had all you heard all summer was they only got Adam coming back. He's the only starter they got coming back. They got a freshman. They're going to have a freshman point guard, and the rest of them were just role guys from last year. I mean, 4th or 5th in the league is probably the best they can do. And then
and what that one guy? He what? The quarterback for football. So what can he do with basketball?
And the wide receiver and the running back.
That's it. Wide receiver or running back. What the heck?
So coming into the season, you guys heard all that. I know you did. So that play a little back here?
Did that fit in? Yeah. Because basketball is my main sport.
Right.
Which I just wanted to make sure.
So you decided, hey, Trey said, can you come catch some passes for me?
He's been nagging me for about 2 years, so I was like, let's just...
Now, are you going on after high school?
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not, but if the opportunity comes, I might.
So wherever you're going to college, if the opportunity comes to play, you'll play.
I might.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to play football in college, so basketball is my second sport. But, growing up, it was definitely my first sport, and it was the one I was best at. But
so about goals that you set yourself before the season started?
Probably getting a dunk was one of them, but also even the team goals, those were also my goals. Just definitely win the FAC at least. I didn't really have going undefeated on there, but that happened too, and I still can't believe it.
Icing on the cake right there.
Yeah,
right?
First
not
goal
too many
ball
guys
since
start 1969. So
not too many guys start the season realistically saying we're going to go undefeated this year. Yeah. So that's icing on the cake this year. You're right.
All right, well, we appreciate you guys joining us. And,
Real quick, where you mentioned that, where are you going to college?
West Liberty and
West Liberty.
West
Tell
Virginia.
people where that's at. Tell everybody where it's at.
West Virginia. West Virginia.
West Virginia. Okay.
Well, best of luck.
We'll
to
follow
that.
you.
And Friday night in the first round, let's keep it rolling, guys. No sense stopping now, right?
Send us 2 more up.
Hello, Troy Bach at Car Express. Want to wish Miami Trace and Washington Courthouse best of luck. Thank you for supporting local businesses. You can check us out online at Car Express at CARXPRESSWCH.com. We're at 321 South Elm Street, Washington Courthouse. Stop in or apply online.
Nobody wants to say.
Hello, Troy Bach
Yeah,
at
sit over there first.
All right, welcome back. We are with Avery Bennett and Bryson Yeoman. Here are the other 2 seniors on the team. Welcome, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having us.
All right, coming into the season, you guys have been part of this program since you stepped into the junior high building, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, going into the season, your first action as far as the varsity level goes, you guys got a little bit of time last year, but for the most part, this is, contributing on a daily basis. How would you guys assess the season, not only for yourselves, but as the team?
I mean, I think the record shows it. I mean, we had an undefeated record. We pushed each other, went through all the humps throughout the season, and we got what we wanted, but we're not finished.
Avery?
I mean, just like he said, 21-0, gold ball, first time since 68, 69 season, I think it was. Still got a lot to prove. District title would look good on that 21-0 record. Everyone would definitely cement us in history, remembering us as the best team in history from Miami Trace.
Where would you say the growth of this team is at right now from where it was, around before Christmas time?
I think it's improved a lot. Our practices have definitely gotten better, and we just keep finding ways to win and persevere. And I think the growth is, I don't even think we've reached our full potential yet. I mean, I know we haven't lost, but I think there's still a lot more for us to prove, not only to ourselves, but everyone supporting us and everyone around us in the community.
Going back to last year, when did it hit you? Hey, we can go undefeated.
I mean, last year, I don't really think any of us thought. I mean, every kid says, "Oh, we're gonna win every game. We're not gonna lose.
But
We're
when
going
did
to
it
the state
really
title."
seriously hit you?
Honestly, I don't think it really hit any of us. I mean, we knew we were good players and we could have a great season, but I don't think if you told anyone last year after we lost that way to New Lexington, they'd be believing you that we're 21-0 and we won a gold ball.
Did it hit you before Christmas, after Christmas, before Thanksgiving? I mean, when did it sink in? You got a good team.
This year, it really hit, I'd say, I don't want to say it hit after Christmas. It honestly took a while. It hit after the Hilliard-Davidson game because that was really a true test. We knew we were probably the best team in the FAC, and beating Jackson at Jackson that game kind of put it in our mindset we could. But that Hilliard-Davidson team, it was a good team, and we knew it would be a tough 2 games going at Hillsborough, then coming back and playing a good team that shoots the ball well and D1 school, so they got talent. Every guy on their bench plays the same. You could switch out the rotation and they'll still do the same thing as each other. And so winning that game really just told us, hey, we're here and that we're not losing.
Why is this game? You asked the same question to me. I think, for me personally, I think it was probably a little before Christmas. It was, I don't know what game it was. I think it was the Jackson game that he was talking about at Jackson. That was a big win for us.
and we knew that the Jackson team, they haven't beat us in like the past 2 or 3 years, and we knew, like our coach always tells us ever since we've been undefeated, like we're every team's Super Bowl. Like every team's coming at us, we're getting every team's best shot, and we knew Jackson had a really good team this year. Going in at Jackson is never easy thing to do, and once we came out with that win, I think that put it in a lot of our heads that this is possible. Like this is very doable if we just keep it up. And then also a little after the Christmas, the Waverly game. I mean, if you look at the film, we played a terrible game, and we to just find a way to go through that and win that game. Like we just keep finding ways to win. I think that really showed us that like if we're all bought in like we have been all year to our coaches like Ben, Ackley, Southie, and Alex, and the help of Travis Kelly, like they've done a tremendous job, and I have high praise for Ben stepping in here when he first stepped in and just buying into everything that they've done, and they put in countless and countless hours day in and day out for us, and they really guided us to where we're at now and where we will be.
And I think that's a key thing you just said. When we played lousy, but we won. And I think when you've got a good team and you get a game where you're down, you're not going to always play at your best, but you're down, but you find a way to win. That shows you, hey, we got something special.
Yeah, just like that Chillicothe game too. That Chillicothe game, same deal. Horrible. Like a lot of teams, you put them in that situation, they're not coming out on top. But I think showing like the kids we have on this roster, the seniors all the way to the freshmen, it just really shows like the type of team we are, and like that's what we do. We win.
Appreciate it, guys. Once again, that's Avery Bennett and Bryson Yeoman. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. 2 more.
Indulge in a variety of mouth-watering dishes, from juicy burgers and fresh salads to stacked sandwiches, delicious pizzas, warm soups, crispy fries, and finger-licking wings. Every bite is crafted with care using hand-grinded and breaded ingredients made right here in-house. Whether you're dining solo or with family or hanging out with friends, we have something to satisfy every craving. That's the Rusty Keg in Washington Courthouse, the best fries in town.
All right, welcome back here at the Rusty Keg for our high school boys roundup. Now we have Connor Napier and Adam Guthrie with us here right now. Welcome, fellas. Thank you. We've talked to a lot of guys tonight, basically about the season. How do you think it's went? 21-0. It's not real hard to figure out how you think it's went. But let's talk about back in summer. Camps, open gyms. Did 21-0 seem, was that in the cards back in that day? Back in the summer?
Well,
or even October, maybe?
I missed most of the pre-season stuff with the football injury, so I didn't play much, but I was still there just with my teammates and everything. So I didn't really play at all. I didn't start practicing until 3 days before the first game.
Connor?
So that wasn't going through your mind that you're going to go undefeated this year?
No, I was just trying to get healthy.
Yeah, no, I knew we'd have a good season, but I wasn't thinking 21-0 was going to be in the cards at all.
So Joe just asked Avery and Bryce right before they left, when did it actually get that, hey, we might run this table regular season?
I think we got to 10-0. It was like almost halfway down. We're still undefeated. So then we just took it game by game from then and just kept winning.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Once you ran through everybody in your league and you beat them, then you're thinking, hey, what we got to do is beat them again. And there's a few non-league teams like Hilliard Davidson and stuff that we got to take care of. But if you beat everybody in the league once and you're undefeated, you're 10-0, then you're thinking, I think we got a shot here.
Yeah, definitely.
What would you say, see if you both have a different opinion, as to where the most growth from this team has come throughout the season?
I think it just comes from the leadership from our seniors. Most of them didn't play last year. They played limited minutes. They've just grown up and been better for us as seniors. And all of them don't play, but the two who don't play, they're still a big part of our team. They're still there and still there for us.
Yeah, I think it's the leadership for sure. That's all.
Okay, let's talk about tomorrow night. Thornville has to travel to Chillicothe. You guys get the winner of that game. We know you guys have played Chillicothe twice. That crazy game at Chillicothe. We won't even speak on that. That was just out of control. But have you guys seen any film on Sheridan at all?
We haven't watched it yet. I think we're going to watch some, depending on who the winner is of that game. Break it down as a team. We'll just go from there.
Okay. What about personal goals? What did you guys set any for yourselves for the season? And if so, where did they come about?
Obviously, coming back from last year, I knew I was going to be the only returning player from last year, so I knew I was going to lead the team. I thought I got snubbed last year from All-FAC Player of the Year, but I hope to win it this year. Definitely, just the team being 21-0 is the biggest goal so far.
Tom?
I say really just to get on the floor and get the point and do it the best I can do.
Well, I talked to Cooper Robertson from Courthouse, and I think you two have similar jobs on his team and for your team, to where based on foul trouble, injury, whatever the case may be, you can be called in to go play a 5, to go play a 4, or maybe even guard a 1 or a 2 at times. So for yourself, you've got to be really paying attention, which is hard, when you're sitting there watching the game, to all 5 spots, because you really don't know technically when Coach Ackley's going to say, "Hey, go get Adam," or "Go get Sky." I mean, those are 2 different dynamics that you have to prepare for. What's that like?
I don't know. It's just to get out there and start playing. It all feels the same, but I mean, of course, there's different positions.
Yeah.
But it all feels the same, really.
I was going to ask, very similar to what he's asking. Before the games ever start, you're practicing, getting ready for a team or 2 teams, depending on how many got that week. Does the coach, like one day, is he saying, "Okay, I want you're preparing to play a 5"? But then he's saying, and the next day in practice, he's setting you to play a 3, playing with somebody else. Does that happen a lot?
Yes, sir. Like when we're running plays and stuff, like I'll go in for different people. It could be him some days,
right.
Sky or Trey. It just changes really.
So you just got to prepare to play any position at any time. But but going in, does sometimes he say, "This week we're playing," I say Chillicothe, just to throw a name in there. Are you prepared to play a certain position more that week than maybe the week you just got done playing?
No, I'd say it's all pretty equal throughout.
It's just always equal.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's say tournament's over, you guys are cutting down the nets, you've done the whole thing. What's next for Connor after basketball? What's next for Adam after basketball? You throwing shot?
We know what's next for you.
I'm going to go play AAU during the spring, and during the summer, I'll be back in the gym playing basketball and lifting and everything.
I got football next, so I'll be doing that until about this time next year.
All right. We appreciate you guys joining us tonight. You want to go send a couple more of your cohorts over, and we'll drill them a little bit. Thanks, guys.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Hello, Troy Bach at Car Express. Want to wish Miami Trace and Washington Courthouse best of luck. Thank you for supporting local businesses. You can check us out online at Car Express. That's CARXPRESSWCH.com. We're at 321 South Elm Street, Washington Courthouse. Stop in or apply online.
Yeah, hold it up. up here because of the background noise. If you leave it down here, we hear that noise more than you.
Okay, so you want to leave it up here?
Hold it up here, yeah. You ready?
Welcome back to the Rusty Keg and the high school roundtable here with the Miami Trace boys basketball team. Right now we have Luke Armstrong, Cade Whitaker with us right now. Welcome, fellas.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Good.
Why do they call you guys the troublemakers? That's all I want.
They call us
the troublemakers. No, well, I mean, we act goofy sometimes, but
That's it.
it's all
No
love.
trouble.
All love.
So, before we get into tournament game coming up, the regular season, 21-0, Kate, why did the referee take you out of the game the other day?
Well, okay. Well, he must have thought I said something I didn't, because I called the kid a punk because I was trying to, my teammate just got hit real hard.
Yeah,
so
he fouled. That was a hard foul.
yeah, I mean, I just got to stay more calm, I think, but I don't think I should have been taken out. But
As a referee, which I'm a basketball, if I hear the F word, you're gone. And what I'm saying, if you said punk, I could maybe hear him think from a distance or something, think you said something else. So,
well,
unfortunately,
normally, we're close to the scores table, and they come over and give them an explanation, but nothing was said, so me and Rick were just speculating on. I didn't see Cade do anything.
Well, I went out and talked to him. He said, I assumed you said, I don't even think he can know I said something. He just saw me look at the kid acting all right. He just said, go take a seat. So,
But, being the father of one of your fellow classmates who's been told 3 times this season by a referee to go take a seat, I was just curious on a different side, not my kid getting told to go sit down this time.
yeah, sometimes you deserve it, sometimes you don't. So.
So let's get back to the game. You guys, of course, you guys are juniors.
Yeah.
Come off the bench. Cade, you have to come in where there's a little bit of size disparity for the guy that you normally come in for.
Yeah.
So he's usually guarding the biggest guy on the floor.
Yeah.
So what's that like when you come in and say, Adam, I got you?
I got to be strong. I mean, I learned from Adam somewhat, but I ride him out with my knee. Just got to be physical with him.
Yeah.
Toughen up a little bit.
you have to practice against Adam at practice